My name's Alyssa Hitchcock, and I'm a volunteer with the Gallatin County Search and Rescue Group, the Sheriff's Posse, the Alpine Team, and I'm a dog handler for Western Montana Search Dogs. I'm going to walk you through what I take on a regular day in the winter in the mountains. I like to spend a lot of time in the backcountry with my dog, so I'll go through the things that I bring to keep myself safe and the things that I bring specifically for my dog Yodel. Every time I go out into the backcountry, my packing list starts with a map. I pull it out, I decide where I'm going for the day, what I'm doing, and what my objective will be. I then communicate that information back to my emergency contacts, so if anything happens and I don't make it home by the time that I've specified, they can reach out to search and rescue and make sure to get me the help that I need. Next up, I make sure that I have plenty of warm gear. We know that weather changes quickly in Montana, and in the winter it's cold, so I need an insulating layer to keep me toasty, a waterproof layer to keep me dry, and this is a super lightweight waterproof layer that packs up really, really small. I also bring a couple pairs of gloves to keep my hands warm and dry, and a hat to keep my head warm. Even if I'm going out for a day where I'm planning to be moving fast and staying warm because I'm keeping my body moving, I want to have these extra warm layers just in case I do need to stop and take a break and cool down. I'm able to put those on and stay warm. Depending on my objective for the day, I will often bring a pair of yak tracks. They give me a little bit better traction and allow me to go further and faster on slippery terrain. I always make sure to have my human med kit, and this time of year I pack extra hand warmers. Just because when your hands get really, really cold, it can be tough to focus on anything else. These can warm you up in a couple minutes. You stick them in your gloves and you just feel a whole lot better. Next up, I always have some food, some snacks available just in case I get hungry. I like to keep a variety of snacks in my bag, something substantial like a Cliff Bar, something really tasty like a candy bar, and something that has fast sugar like this maple syrup in a package. I always like to have a little bag of these individually wrapped fire starters and a lighter. These are great because they'll light even when it's soaking wet. So if you need to start a fire really quickly because you're cold and you need to dry off, you need to get a little bit of warmth, these are so fast and so easy. Along the lines of warmth, I like to keep an emergency blanket. This is not a full-blown tarp, but it will keep me warm and dry just in case I need to stop moving. Again, I can put on my warm layers, I can bring this over me and stay put and stay dry until help gets to me. I always keep a little bit of sunscreen. This particular sunscreen also protects against frostbite, which is super handy in this type of weather. You can put it on your nose and your ears and keep that type of skin a little bit protected against the elements. And then when we're thinking about moving into the evening, it's always great to have a headlamp or two. I like two because if one dies, I have a backup. I also like to be able to put one on my head and use the other as a flashlight. Gives a little bit better depth of field and you can see the terrain that you're walking through just a little bit clearer. It's super handy. Finally, I really love to have a satellite communicator. This one is the Garmin InReach Mini. It's super small, it connects to my phone, and it gives me the ability to send regular text messages in addition to an SOS emergency function. Finally, when it comes to my dog gear, I keep a pretty small kit, and I think all of this is really important. The first thing is this Fido Pro Airlift harness. There are a bunch of different brands and they're all about the same. It's a flat piece of fabric that has 4 holes in it, and you put your dog's legs in the holes. You put your dog's legs in these 4 holes and then you wrap the straps up around his body and you can carry the whole thing on your back like a backpack. Also in my dog kit is a small dog-specific med kit. It contains a lot of the same stuff that I have in my human med kit, with a couple exceptions. I've got a couple little reusable booties. I also carry some Quick Clot because dogs bleed a lot. And I carry a muzzle. When dogs get stressed, sometimes they bite, and having a muzzle really helps you, the people who are helping you, and your dog stay a lot safer in that situation. The other part of this kit that's super important is vet wrap or Coban. It sticks to itself, but not to your skin. So you can use this to wrap up that extra booty or put additional pressure on a wound, keep that dog from bleeding everywhere. The last kind of dog-specific thing that might seem really obvious, but isn't, is a leash. We show up to a lot of calls where people have dogs and they don't have a leash for that dog. It's really important to have a way to secure your dog in the event of an injury or some type of an emergency. You can put them on a leash and keep them safe and secure. That's what I carry in my fall and winter pack. Everybody should pack according to their activities and their needs.